Hey, 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 what do you say? Reality TV Terrell. So I was watching Married to Medicine, the new season, and Simone and Cecil were having a conversation with their two sons, and Simone just lost it. And her emotions got more about the car and law school, who to pay for it. And her emotions kept getting heightened more and more to where next you know she's yelling. And research shows that yelling, especially to your kids, even though they're like 21 or something, is not good. And you're modeling a behavior that is counterintuitive to problem solving, and you're not sitting down like an adult. Then the other aspect was Cecil. You know, you would say, like, "Hey, wait a minute. Mom and I have to talk about this, and we'll get back to you kids about what our decision is." So Cecil and Simone were not showing a unified front. So now Simone is getting hype yelling, and it was not a good problem-solving tactic or demonstration of how to behave. All right, so the first one is breaking a toxic cycle. Simone, entertainment purposes only. Here is our Christmas ornament where Santa is up in the Akashic records. Gonna help us tell us about Simone. Okay, set our intentions. All right, we're gonna start with the larger print cards because we're gonna lay down 4 of them about Simone. Holy tamale, the yelling and, ugh, my goodness. You would not do that in problem-solving skills that you'd wanna demonstrate to your kids or anybody. Because research shows that just has a counterproductive result. All right, Simone. Know about breaking the toxic cycle, about losing it, and next thing you know, you're yelling and screaming, and there is no answer. The first card is the cycle. Queen of Swords. The cycle, the queen is the one that gets a lot of things done. But also, the cycle is she wants to get to the truth. And her cycle is she wants her truth to be shown. The queen, the working hard queen, wants the truth to be shown. Swords is a conflict card. Why did she repeat this cycle of the yelling? It's probably happened before. The Fool, which means a journey, because this has been a journey for her. A journey for her in her life, and maybe what she saw growing up. We're not sure. So, will she step off the cliff and take a new journey and not keep repeating this cycle? But why she has repeated it is because she's just followed the footsteps of learned behavior. How's it holding her back? It's holding her back from the star. It holds her back because one foot's in the subconscious, one foot's on earth, and there's the star, but she's not able to look at the star, which gives you hope, which gives you light, which gives you sunshine, which gives you a good feeling. So this yelling holds her back because it prevents her from feeling good about herself. How can she stop it? Hangman. She has to look at it from a different point of view. See, the hangman is on the cross, and the heart, the mind, so the heart is first and then the mind. And if she was leading by her heart, you wouldn't be yelling at someone like this that you love dearly and you're trying to have a conversation with. Let's see what the kitty cats have to say. Let's get some more insight of why, Simone, are you yelling like that? Don't say just for TV because that's not good for your kids. And yeah, maybe the kid said something when he said a few things that were not nice, but to respond the way she did. Do you know that her kids will repeat the pattern and be yelling at her grandkids, and she's not going to like it? And they're going to say, well, you yelled at me. I'm just repeating what I learned. Okay, the cat's part of the cycle. The Ace of Cups. The opportunity of emotions. The opportunity of emotional healing. Oh, oh, why repeat it? There it is. You're just another one in the long line of people getting yelled at like this way, showing that's how conflict is resolved. It holds her back. Oh, look at her roar. But it holds her back because if you see that, you go, whoa, I don't want to go near that thing. That might eat me alive. Whoa, I don't want to be around that person. That's how it holds her back. People don't want to be around her if you're going to have a trigger emotional yelling. And how she can change it. Look at it as a game. Look at it as a game that she's been playing with her behavior. And really, the cats don't get anywhere. The mouse are in control. See, they laid it down. But the game is false that people understood you and had some empathy for you working hard. All right, let's do another reading. Let's do one about the son, the boy, Michael. We have one here, fear from childhood. So what was Michael experiencing? How did it affect Michael that he sees his mom blow up like that? I'm telling you, matching pictures. I had a mother that did that. They just start yelling. And next thing you know, when I grew up, I start yelling at people. And it's like, what? And I've realized it is not a good way to solve problems. Okay, Michael, this is for you. From his childhood, how did the fear from a child's soul of your mother yelling at you, Simone? The moon. The moon, it was a dark time for him and his soul. There's the crab soul is trying to go down the walk of life, but he has to go through barking dogs to get there, and it's scary. So that's Michael. How am I going to make my path in life if I can't get through my howling, at least mother, getting at me? Because look at those teeth. They look pretty sharp. Now, how it affects him in the longer term is coming together with another person. How this affects Michael, a partnership, it affects him. That looks like a more of a female and a man. It's gonna affect that. It affects, so many aspects in his life. Like, you can become shy because you don't know when people are going to. How can I trust people's emotions? How can I ever get to that spot? Okay, what does he need? And the high priestess. The high priestess, intuition. He needs his own intuition, his gut instincts to how he's gonna maneuver his gut instincts to get him through the moon and the walk of life. Michael needs to rely on his intuition to get through his times with his mother. Like, you notice? Nobody said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. Mom, calm down, you're yelling at me." Cecil didn't dare to say, "Whoa, whoa, Simone, calm down. Let's step away from the table and talk about this for a minute and come back with a unified front as parents on our decision. Whoa, 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 let's escalate this down a little bit." Back to Michael and how his healing is. Well, he still needs some healing because he's really worried. How to healing is he has to let go of the worry. He has to let go of the worry that shouting puts on his soul, puts on the cells in his body. You'd have to learn how to let go. That's how to healing. How do I cleanse myself and not let my mother, who's a place that I'm supposed to have nurturing and that I can come to in times of trouble or times when I need a hug. Yeah, mothers could be angry and say what they think that's not going on. But for your shouting and screaming, your kids don't want to come to you for a hug when they're at some low points in their life. Because we know everybody has ups and downs in life. And Simone doesn't realize her shouting is putting this on his psyche. And how is he going to go up to her and say, "Mom, I'm getting divorced," and let's say he's 35 or 40, "I'm getting divorced and I just need a hug from you." He probably won't because he doesn't know if she's going to react and yell at him. Let's give a empath card. It is affecting Michael a lot more than Simone realizes. Look at him worrying. How to heal, and it was nothing but swords and a worrying card. All right, a card for Simone. Practice humility. Approach life humble. No one is better than the other. Keep her ego in check. Yep, Simone. She just went off and then on tangent stuff, and she didn't keep her ego in check. It is a practice of being simple and valuing simple things. What a different conversation that could have been if she could have been calm. And for Michael, release your critical inner voices. When a critical inner voice says, "I'm not enough, I'm too sensitive," one of Michael feels like he's not enough for his parent, immediately counter with, "It's not true." So a kid growing up feeling like he's not enough, yeah, maybe they've been entitled. But this yelling to the semi-grown adult, which has probably been going on for years, is a whole nother subject of what happens to the kids self-worth, what happens to them when they don't have a mom where they feel like they can just get a nurturing hug when times are low. It has more widespread ripple effect, negative, negative effects on the children, especially since we know that the kids' brains don't stop developing till like 25, 26. Simone, we hope you get some healing and break the cycle from yelling. Thank you, everybody.